So
Yeah.
SVB has been part of the fabric of biotech and, more generally speaking, life sciences within the startup world for a long time, and it's a bank of reference which has always been willing to bank with smaller entities and startup within the UK and everywhere else. So when we heard about the collapse, of course, there was a lot of concern within the ecosystem, in particular with regards to what it meant for portfolio companies. Some of our portfolio companies and some of our colleagues' portfolio companies, of course, might be either in the process of fundraising, have been banking with SVB for a long time, or had just raised a financing round. And accessing this capital is always crucial for these younger, smaller startups. And therefore, the concern here was that these startups would not be able to access the capital that they have for the day-to-day running of the company. And in particular, if there was sort of larger sums that were stored within an SVB account, the concern, of course, was for making sure that these companies could carry on operating. So, of course, that was one of the things that we spent a lot of time making sure we talked to our companies and to know whether they were banking with SVB or not, and helping the various organizations that were pulling together the information and the data needed for government, treasury, etc., to see whether they could find a way out of this crisis. And that's where BIA, BVCA and others have been instrumental in trying to find a solution. Once the crisis was over, if I can call it this, and HSBC stepped up, of course that was a time then for reflection and lessons learned. And one of the lessons learned is that of course companies should have a treasury policy. The investors always ask for this. It's our duty, both on the company and on the investor side, to make sure this policy is being well endorsed and adhered to. And I think that was the lesson learned.